Gamers, sit down. So, I was recently looking at my YouTube analytics and noticed I have many people from many different countries watching my videos. So, I wanted to make this opening skit kind of for everyone. Just have it be all visual comedy and let there be no words in it, except those and those ones and those and those. Hello everyone, before we begin, remember to like and subscribe, comment down below. I really want to start a discussion with my video, so I appreciate comments a lot. Then you can also share this video with whoever you like, your family, your friends, your milkman, and your grandmother. There will be new videos every Monday, so please stay tuned for those. But now, let's get back into the actual topic of this video. So, what I want to talk about this week is 2D Mario games. Recently, we have only had new Super Mario Brothers series, which is I do like those games, but they are a bit stale. And Nintendo kinda agrees with me, even though the games have been a financial success and they sell very good. They sell very good. Even the latest one, which is New Super Mario Brothers U Deluxe, what a long name, did sell like 10 million copies, and people were like, "Why would you release this? What's the point?" That's the point. It sold better than Mario Maker 2, which sold 7 million copies. 2D Mario is definitely popular, but Nintendo also has expressed interest in moving away from that branding and moving away from those kind of games. Yeah, it has gotten very, very stale. If we compare like 3D Mario, who in like the last 15 years has gone from this to this to this to this. You can see a lot of variation here, going from Super Mario Sunshine to Mario Galaxy games, Mario 3D World, Mario Odyssey, and that kind of stuff. So a lot of variation, a lot of different ideas in play. But when we look at 2D Mario, we have gone from this to this to this to this. Those look very similar in gameplay and just energy. And fun fact, that last image, it's still new Super Mario Brothers Wii. I just photoshopped in a square suit, so yeah. Okay, so first of all, before we start rebuilding 2D Mario, what are things we need to consider? And when tackling this issue or this problem realistically, it can get like very, very limiting because there is not as much as creativity and wiggle room we can have as you might think. The thing about this is that Mario has been a bit stale, it's been a bit safe on the 2D side because it kind of has to be. It needs to appeal to a wide audience. And well, the same thing is with 3D games, so there's at least something you can do. But the thing is, imagine a guy who is, let's say, about 30 something, has two kids, and Christmas is coming up. This guy is not much of a video game player. He doesn't know much about the gaming industry. He doesn't really care. He sometimes plays Mario Kart with his kids, and he used to play like Madden in college a bit, maybe something a shooter like Halo and Call of Duty as well. But he's not that well informed with the happenings in the video games medium. And yeah, Christmas or birthday comes up, and the kids ask for new video games. And the guy just goes to a store and sees this Mario game, and it needs to be like very appealing, very colorful. He associates Mario with quality and something his kids do enjoy, so it can't be anything like too niche like Super Mario Strikers. If he saw that on the shelf, he might be a bit like, maybe not that one, maybe some other game. Or maybe like Mario plus Rabbids, where Mario has a gun, he might be a bit like, I don't know, might not be for my kids, but 2D Mario games, they appeal to everyone. So that's the kind of game we still need to make this. It needs to feel like core 2D Mario. When the guy sees like Super Mario Brothers, he's like, "Hey, I know that one, Super Mario Brothers. Very very good games. I'll buy that for my kids. I'm sure they will enjoy it." And another thing is that visual identity also comes with this, so we can't do anything like too much with the art style. Is it still needs to look like Mario? Like this guy will look like this guy, exactly like this guy. He can't look like this guy. He can't look like this guy, and most unfortunately, he can't look like this guy. Even though this would be a very good option. And one positive thing is that I think we can have a bit more story in this one. Mario games, 2D Mario games especially, are not well known for their story. Actually, they are well known for their lack of story. But I think Yoshiaki Koizumi, who's the main guy, been involved with the Mario series for a long time, and I think it was the director for Super Mario Odyssey, has been pushing for Mario to have more story and narrative elements in their games for a very long time. But Shigeru Miyamoto, the father of Mario, the creator of Mario, kinda disagrees. And well, he's right. Mario doesn't need a good story to be a good game, but in my opinion, it doesn't hurt it either. Of course, having like a really complex story might alienate some people. I understand that one, but having some more narrative elements is, I think, beneficial. If you want a good comparison of this, compare Super Mario Galaxy 1 and all of the narrative elements, all of the cinematic cutscenes, Rosalina's backstory, and all that cool stuff. Compare that to Mario Galaxy 2, which was much less. Galaxy 1 was more what Koizumi imagines, and Mario Galaxy 2 was more what Miyamoto wants. And if you want a combination of these two, then that is Super Mario Odyssey. And I think we can have something a bit more like Super Mario Odyssey here. So there's going to be a little bit of a story in here, which is a good thing, which is a very good thing. And again, before we begin, sorry about this, but I know that some of you might be thinking about a very specific question, and that is, of course, what about Mario Maker? And if you ask that, that is definitely a good question, and definitely a possibility that Nintendo would try to make Mario Maker the next evolution in the 2D Mario sphere. Mario sphere sounds cool. But still, looking at the sales data, 2D Mario games have been more successful than Mario Maker games. And I definitely do think there is a need for a tailored experience, levels made by Nintendo, because, and yeah, your enjoyment of Mario Maker entirely depends on the levels you play. And spoiler alert, the majority of people who make levels in Mario Maker are not as good as Nintendo's own level designers. So yeah, it can be not so fun of an experience for many people. And there's also the possibility that Mario Maker Elements level editor can be fused with the regular 2D Mario going forward. Or maybe vice versa, that the next Mario Maker game will have a huge 2D campaign. Those are entirely possible. But now let's think about if we get an actual big new 2D Mario that is not fused with Mario Maker in any way. How would that game be? And we will of course start our speculation with the thing that matters to Mario games the most, which is, of course, the core of the game, the gameplay. And as I said, it will still remain relatively the same, but there are, of course, things we can do to spice it up. And first of all, I want to think about the moveset of Mario. Having even a small change to his moveset can be a big, big thing. Just adding a few moves can like change the level design and change how the levels are played while still feeling similar to what came before, but feels more like the next evolution. A good example of this is think about again 3D Mario games. And for example, Mario Galaxy did really good with adding the uh, spin jump. You can spin in midair at any time by shaking the Wii remote, and that just changed the level design and the gameplay by a significant amount, even though it's just one move, it's just a small change. Same thing with Super Mario Odyssey, where you get the hat throw and you can jump on it, you can capture enemies, you can do a lot with just a hat throw. It just changed the game a lot by adding a few simple moves, one simple idea, and the whole game is tailored around hat throwing. But otherwise, if you don't do hat throws, it feels the same as other 3D Mario games. So that's the kind of moveset I want to start building. So what could you do? What could those be, those additions? Where one thing I was thinking about is like maybe dashing, kind of like Celeste egg dashing. Maybe tweaking the game to be a bit faster could be also a very interesting choice. Sliding mechanics would be fun to see. There's a lot Mario can do with his moveset, and a lot he can also learn from the 3D games. So maybe something from there. Another idea I was thinking is having more and more characters, like over four characters, and all of those would have like their own special moves. Maybe like Mario could do the Celeste like dash, and then if you play as Peach, she could like throw turnips, kind of like she does in Smash Brothers. Toad would get like the pickaxe from Captain Toad. Luigi does something, maybe hovers in the air with like the vacuum cleaner he has in Luigi's Mansion, all those kind of stuff. And then they could be like really powerful special moves, and maybe even special moves that you can't use all the time. So you need to have like gather 20 coins and you can use the special move, and every 20 coins you get, that's how many times you can use this like special move. And to kind of, they will be really powerful, but to balance it out, there will be way more enemies in those stages, and you could do like a lot of damage to those enemies that are nearby you with your special moves that could change the game by a lot, and that would be something that makes you feel powerful, and that is appealing to a wider audience still. Next thing for gameplay I was thinking about is having more scripted events in stages and just the level design. I think Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze does this well, and also that Rayman game from the Wii U also did this pretty well. Those are the main inspirations what I'm looking for this video. But scripted events like, hey, you are walking on a bridge and then the bridge starts like falling down, so you have to start getting faster and jump from it on that one level in Donkey Kong Country, either Returns or Tropical Freeze. I don't remember which one, where there was like a tornado on screen and all of the platforms were floating around with the tornado, stuff like that. They are very scripted, and then like the background and the foreground come together, interact with each other. That is something just amazing to see. Makes the game feel more alive, makes the levels feel more alive. That is something I really want to see. And for like how would the background and foreground react to each other in Mario games? Well, one idea I had was maybe like in the beginning stages, Mushroom Kingdom is being attacked, and you have like an airship attacking Princess Peach's castle, and then Mario somehow manages to bring it down. Let's say a big bonsai bill comes around and Mario somehow redirects it to the airship and it falls down, crashes in front of Mario, and then you can use that airship as a platform to advance in that level. Those kind of interactions would be really cool to see. Another thing I want to see is having more gimmicky levels. Now, a lot of people might not be that fond of like having more gimmicky levels in the game, and I'm not saying you should have a lot of them, just like to break up like the pacing of Mario games. Just not have all of the levels be the same from a gameplay perspective. Donkey Kong does this as well with like having those minecart minecart levels spread it towards like, hey, this is this, and those swimming levels also break up the pacing a bit, not have you do the same thing all over and over again, and maybe also having like different objectives in a level that could break up the pacing a bit, not just reach the goal pole, but maybe defeat 20 Goombas or defeat this like boss at the end of the stage. Something like that, just to bring something new, bring surprises to the player. One gimmick that the Mario Brothers games, the 2D ones, do really well already, I think, is the ghost houses, and those are really good, but I still want more variation from like a gameplay perspective. You could have like flying levels where you get like a new power up that lets you fly easily, so you can have like an airborne stage where you dodge like airships and that kind of stuff, or maybe you could do like a Super Mario Land-esque water level where Mario doesn't really swim, but he's like in a submarine. This would be really cool. Now, moving on from gameplay, we have story and setting things. And a reminder, Koizumi, I think he will be the leading guy going forwards, especially because Miyamoto will have to retire at some point. So I think Koizumi will bring a lot more story and a lot more character to Mario games, which I think is a good thing. And speaking of characters, I think it would be really fun to see like more characters in levels and characters you can talk to, have conversations with during the story of the game. And maybe even you could find characters in stages. That would be really fun to see. You could like if you go if you go down like a specific path, you can meet up with like Captain Toad, who would give you like a treasure or extra power ups or something. Or maybe you could have Luigi being scared in a corner somewhere, and then you would like have to escort him out like those Toad levels in Mario Maker. When you would do that, you would obviously get like a reward for it, or maybe go to like a special stage or a special level afterwards. But anyway, the actual story, well, one thing they could do is have it be Super Mario Brothers 5, a continuation of Super Mario World, which would be interesting to see. And also for like marketing perspective, it would be something that makes you feel a bit nostalgic, like, hey, Super Mario Brothers 5. Hey, I recognize Super Mario Brothers. It's a good game. I should buy this one as well. So maybe that do that. Kind of similar with what they did with the new Super Mario Brothers series, but still different branding and will be like a evolution of Mario, not just like the same thing all over again. So maybe they could do a Super Mario Brothers 5. That would be interesting to see. And then for the actual story stuff, it would be really interesting to see like time travel elements in it. Mario has already gone to space, he has traveled around the world in 3D games, he has done a lot. But not in like the mainline Mario games, he has never like traveled through time. And this would be really interesting to see because you could bring characters from different ages of Mario games back and you could maybe play as them. You could have one character be like baby Mario, then you would have like your regular Mario, and then be like 150-year-old Mario who would just be a Boo Mario. That would be like really fun to see as an like unlockable character. And then Bowser just has kidnap Peach or maybe destroy the kingdom in the past. Maybe not destroy. Maybe not kidnap Peach because that trope is getting a bit old. Maybe Nintendo was to show like, hey, we're actually doing something new with this. The story will not just be, hey, Peach gets kidnapped. So I don't think that will happen, but maybe Bowser destroys a kingdom somewhere and you have to travel back in time to stop it. Also, maybe a microscopic adventure is another thing that I don't think mainline Mario has done. Of course, it has been done in the Mario RPGs with Bowser's Inside Story, kinda, but it would also be interesting to see what they would do in a platforming sense. Then, of course, Mario in some kind of a new land. We had this in like 3D World where, hey, it's the Sprixie Kingdom. It's kind of similar, but it's a new place, so you can have just more creative freedom and uh, do some more unique stuff with it. Would be interesting to see. Now, for the last additions I have, these are other changes. We have dynamic music. I love dynamic music. Having music be dynamic. What this means is that the music can change depending on what is happening in the game. For example, if you are low on health, the music might get like slower. If you have a power up, then the music might change depending on what power up you have. If you have like a star power up, then it would be like really faster and that kind of stuff. So it would be interesting to have more dynamic music in it, and I just love dynamic music in general when people do that. Then having like HD stage assets have the Mushroom Kingdom hills look a bit more realistic, not like too realistic, but have them definitely be something that pops out, like have actual grass in it and that kind of stuff would be interesting to see and definitely would make Mario pop out but not stand out too much. Would be interesting to see. And no, I don't mean like go full Octopath with this, but definitely put more care into like the stage assets you have. That would be more fun to see. Have them be a bit less cartoony, a bit more realistic, but not too much. And one final thing is online multiplayer. You can play through the whole game with your friends, even if they are not on the same couch as you. So that would be very good to see. Okay, those are all of my ideas for rebuilding 2D Mario or reworking 2D Mario. What do you guys think? What do you want to happen for 2D Mario in the future? What kind of levels do you want to see? What kind of gimmicks do you want to see? Do you agree with everything I have said? Do you disagree? Let me know down in the comments below. Also, once again, remember to like and subscribe. Check out my other videos if you cared about this one. And I will just see you guys next time. Bye bye.